Today I'm showing you every grocery haul from the month of May. These grocery hauls are at a $400 budget to feed my family of 4. One really important key factor is this grocery budget of $400 for the whole month does not mean we're going out to restaurants all the time. We don't. I just did a quick check on our credit card and we went to McDonald's once. That was my husband for lunch. Usually he takes leftovers. If for some reason we don't have leftovers, he might eat out really quickly. But quick McDonald's run for him. And then we as a family ate out at Mexican one time. So right now, today's May 28th, our restaurant spending is at $61.55. Now, today's May 28th. I'm filming this a little bit before the end of May, but I'm done grocery shopping. However, this weekend we are traveling to see family, so we will probably eat out once or twice just because we'll be on the road. We will spend $400 this month on groceries and about $150 or less eating out. If you track it, it's amazing how quickly that can get very high and very out of control. We shoot for around $100 a month and we might in fact hit that, but I'm just estimating we might have to eat out twice because we're on the road. And it depends on if we do a sit down or if we do like a quickie McDonald's fast food run. So we'll see. All right, let's get into the actual grocery hauls.
All right, let's kick it off with trip number 1. We went to Kroger. Wanted to give Kroger a go again. And this was on May 2nd. We got grapes. They were $7.99. I definitely thought they were going to be cheaper. They rang up pretty darn high. Potatoes for $2.99. Hamburger buns at $1.99 each. And then I had like a 20 cent, and 75 cent coupon, something like that. It came out to $2.83. Butter, we got 2 of these totaling $3.98. Chips for $1.79. Salsa, these are $4.79 each, so totaling $14.37. We love this salsa. Okay, I'm like obsessed with it. Vanilla cookies for $2.79. We haven't had a lot of snack food, and I specifically like these from Kroger, as well as the salsa. So certain items I specifically buy here. Hamburger patties, we got 2 sets of these. It ends up being like 2 pounds, $24. So that's what we got there. Then we got ground beef. I had $1.25, I want to say, off on this. I got this roll of 1 pound of ground beef for $4.74. Pork chops, this thing says $5, but I had $1 off, so this was $4. Sausage, I had $1 off one, and I had a free coupon. So both of these packages of sausage total $3.29. I really enjoy this sausage from Kroger. Bacon, I found some discount bacon in the freezer in the bacon section. These are only 12-ounce packages, so they're not a full pound. Be careful when you're buying bacon, 12 ounce versus 16 ounce. They were on sale for $2.88, and I grabbed 11 of them, so I spent $31.68 on bacon. I went ahead and did the math just to make sure I was getting a good deal. This turned out to be about $3.84 per pound, which in my area, usually you're paying about $5 per pound. So my total on this shopping trip was $104.45, and I used a Ibotta 50 cents back on chips. So I did get 50 cents back on Ibotta. Here's my Ibotta code if you want to check it out. I absolutely have been enjoying using Ibotta. The only negative is I don't buy a lot of name brand items, but there are still some deals to capture. All right, so use my code and I will get something back and you will get something. So give that a try. Trip number 2, we went to Aldi. I wanted to give Aldi a try. This month, I did a little bit of mixing it up on my stores. We started off with bananas. I spent, I think it was 51 cents on one bundle and $1.54 on the other. They bring them up separate, I guess. Strawberries, $2. Pink lady apples, this is 3 pounds for $2.99, so about $1 a pound, which is great. Chocolate chips, 2 of them at $3.65 or $7.30 total. Corn chips or Fritos, we get them specifically at Aldi. They're $1.79 each, so I spent $7.16 to get 4 bags. Bread at $1.45 each, so $2.90. Eggs for $1.46. Pasta sauce at $1.65 each, so $3.30 spent there. Round crackers for $2.19. My kids really wanted those. Club crackers at $2.99 each, so $5.98. Sugar, I got 4 pounds for $2.79. Moo tubes, or basically Go-Gurts, for $1.85. Some Colby Jack cheese for $1.69, which this is a better price than what I get at Meijer, so I'm going to keep that in mind. Cheese pizzas, kind of for summer. We have a pool, and I just want to have some handy-dandy pizzas. For $8.37, these are more like kid pizzas, but I only paid $2.79 each, and I didn't feel like that was too bad. And then I got some Dino Nuggets for $6.59. Altogether at Aldi, I spent $59.22. I did make note that there are a few items that are cheaper at Aldi for me, and that would be bread, eggs, and the Colby Jack cheese. There's a couple items that are questionable, like club crackers and like Moo tubes. I need to double check on those prices, but Aldi can be more affordable, and I need to make some runs over there periodically. Trip number 3, Sam's Club. I went here on May 13th. We wanted to do some stock up for summer, and when you go to Sam's Club, you got to do a stock up. So Sam's Club is kind of scary for me, and I know my budget's always going to be high, so I was really nervous about blowing the rest of my budget. French fries, we got 8 pounds for $8.58. Cheese slices for $12.17. Colby Jack cheese for $10.84. Both of these were 2 pounds and they were $5.42 each. So this was also cheaper than what I pay at Meijer. Crispy fried onions for $8.98. Rice Krispies for $9.48. I do like to make these homemade, but my husband used to buy these all the time, so I kind of got them as a treat for him. Club crackers for $8.98. I like this price. Animal crackers for $9.98, just to stock up. Pretzel chips, $7.54, kind of for my husband as like a treat. Bananas for $1.47. Pub mix, normally we get Chex Mix, but they didn't have it. We got that for $8.98. Peanuts, $5.98 each, or $11.96 total. I love peanuts as a nice, healthy, fat kind of snack for my kids and my husband. Heavy whipping cream for $3.64 for this big container. I pay $3.09, sometimes even $3.49 for a small one at Meijer. So I was impressed with this and need to watch out for this at Sam's Club. Cosmic Crisp apples, 4 pounds of them for $5.47. Not bad at all. Grapes, this is 3 pounds for $7.87, which is pretty decent. Strawberries, 2 pounds for $4.12. Happy with that. And then Pepsi, this is, I believe, 36 cans for $17.28. That is a treat for my husband. I don't drink pop. My kids don't drink pop. They're still little. And honestly, for me, I think drinking pop is kind of like gross. It's not my thing at all. This is for my husband and to treat him. Sam's Club, we spent $144.81. I was happy with that overall. Now, I will note we basically did not get any meat. I don't think I got any meat at all at Sam's Club. So that would be a bummer, I would say. Trip number 4 was from May 19th, and we went to Meijer. We got cilantro for 89 cents, green onions for $2.09, dill for $1.99, making a dill dip for my husband to use with those pretzel crackers we previously bought, bananas for 79 cents, red onion for $1.48, jalapeno for 28 cents, lime juice $1.99, penne pasta for $1.49, rainbow pasta noodles for $3.19, yogurt for $2.99, chocolate chips for $10.49. These were supposed to be $9.99, and I actually got money back from Meijer because it wasn't properly marked. Chicken breast for $11.46, tortilla chips for $3.98 total, and then potato chips for $1.79 and barbecue chips for $1.79. They were $1.79, which is cheaper than their normal price. Normally, I pay about $2 a bag. And the total for this trip came out to $47.42, and now this was on $5.19, so I wanted to make sure I had a little more money for the following week, so I did have a little bit left in my budget. My final trip was on $5.27. I went to Meijer and I spent $2.99 on strawberries, $1.28 on bananas, $1.58 on a red onion, Colby block cheese for $6.49, which is cheaper than normal, and then my dairy-free child, their cheese for $3.69, bread for $1.99. I gotta remember it is cheaper at Aldi, so to buy there. Tortilla shells for $2.49. I made my own tortilla shells yesterday, and I bought these as a backup in case I failed, but I'm gonna give it a go. I'm gonna try to start making homemade tortilla shells. I got some Crisco for $8.59. I needed this for the tortilla shells, and also it is handy to have Crisco with baking items. And I'm trying to make more and more things from scratch. Needed some salt for 89 cents, and then I got tenderloins. One package was $3.73, the other one was $3.87. So that's less than $1 per piece of meat. My total at Meijer was $37.59. My total amount spent for the month of May on groceries was $393.49. I stayed under budget, and I might roll that money over to next month. We shall see. Now, I'm going to do a quick breakdown on my ratios. So how much did I spend in each category? Meat and eggs, I spent $94.82, which is 25%. Fruit and vegetables, I spent $52.11, which is 14%. Dairy, I spent $47.25, which is 12%. Baking, I spent $30.06, which is 8%. On bread and bread-like items, I spent $18.87, which is 5%. And then random items, I spent $83.64, which is 21%. This is lime juice, peanut butter, peanuts, pasta sauce, salsa, items that are in jars or sauces or pantry staples that are not in the other categories. And then junk. This would be cookies, chips, Pepsi. In the junk category, I spent $57.85, and that was 15%. So this is how my groceries break down for the month. Overall, I'm not stressing the categories. We want junk to be low. This month was a little bit high. The Pepsis were definitely a contributing factor there. So I'm going to work on getting that back down. But overall, this is the breakdown. This is what I spent.
And I did just want to mention that we are going to be getting 18 eggs this weekend when we visit family for free. So that's not in my grocery budget, but we'll be getting those eggs for free. So it helps, okay? Any little thing helps out. So again, that's everything we bought for my family in May. $400 budget, 4 people in this family and in this household. We pack lunches. We don't eat out very often. All right, do you feel like this budget is realistic for you? Do you think you could make it work? Or what budget could you push yourself to do? This budget, it's not pushing myself so far that it's impossible, but it's also not going so easy on myself that it's not a challenge. You got to find that in between where it's a little bit challenging without maybe making life miserable. Because on our income, I don't need life to be miserable. Okay, things are tight, but they're not too tight, if that makes sense. Okay, so it's like, maybe it is too tight for you. Maybe you are needing to do rice and eggs. That's different. Or maybe you don't. Everybody's at a different place. Okay, everybody's in a different financial situation. Let me know in the comments, what does your grocery budget look like? Relatively, where do you live? How many people are in your family for that budget? Okay, because all those factors contribute to the number that you ultimately are going to spend on groceries. And if you want to check out more hauls, go right ahead. I have a whole playlist. I'm doing this for all of 2026. We have a $400 grocery budget all of 2026.